Okay, so some AI is predicting severe economic turmoil this year, and a lot of it has to do with the tariffs. And I don't know if we're going to look at an actual depression scenario this year, but officially the economy did contract 0.3%. I think it's in reality it's much worse than that, but it did contract 0.3%. The tariffs are definitely having an effect on China and the U.S. In China, there's practically riots over the lack of pay. A lot of these factories are being shut down. Workers aren't being paid. It's a chaotic situation over there. And right here in the U.S., we have ports, Seattle, Los Angeles. The shipping traffic is down because these tariffs and orders are down. So China's feeling it. The United States is feeling it. We always knew there was going to be some pain because both countries have become pretty dependent on one another. The question is, can the United States recalibrate? Could they transition to just a consumer-based economy to an economy where we actually produce some stuff? That's going to be the big question. I'm also open to the possibility that I could be wrong about all this. But I do think that overall, as far as the economy, there's been some stuff we've been kicking the can down the road. We've been doing that for a long time, and eventually it was going to catch up with us. So I don't know if this will be the year that it will catch up with us, because we've been kicking the can down the road for so long. We've been running massive deficits. There's a lot of bad practices. The Federal Reserve eventually it's going to catch up with us, and this might be the year. And if it is, it's going to be very challenging times. And part of the reason why I talk about a lot of the stuff that I talk about, everyday carry and stuff like that, is because neighborhoods that you think are safe right now might not be that safe very soon. If the economy goes downhill and the economy does the things that I think it might do, a lot of these neighborhoods that you think are safe might not be as safe as you think they are. So I want to get people prepared for everyday carry and dealing with an environment in which they have to take certain action to protect themselves. So something to think about. So question of the day is this the year? I mean, you get to a point where you kind of wonder, is there any solution to the problem? I mean, is there any way out of this economic mess that we've created as a country with the inflation, the devaluation of the dollar? Is there any way out of this mess other than an absolute collapse? Came across Hal Turner talking about an AI prediction. AI is predicting that if the tariff war doesn't end by June or July, we're going to be looking at irreversible damage, depression-like conditions here in America by August. Essentially, AI is predicting that China's going to retaliate. The tariffs is going to create a greater tariff war, and essentially there's going to be continued chaos in China, and the market's going to peak in the U.S. Eventually, the stock market will drop. The dollar will drop down to around 30,000. There's going to be a 25% correction. In addition to that, consumer confidence is going to break down. And when that happens, it's just going to be a ripple effect. Again, this is just a prediction. This isn't a guarantee. Okay, this isn't guaranteed to happen, but this is an AI predictive model. And if it does happen, I mean, a lot of people are already on the edge, man. A lot of people, the cost of everything is just so crazy. I saw this sign up at this old barn talking about 5 cents Coca-Cola. We're not even in a civilization where people can put up semi-permanent banners talking about how the cost of an item is going to be this, because the prices have gone up so much. You couldn't really do that anymore. It's a lot of times you go to the grocery store or the gas stations, especially the gas stations, they don't even put the price of the item. You know, they don't even put how much the item costs. And I used to be able to go to a gas station and get some snacks for $1, little Debbie snacks for 25 cents, chips for 25 cents. Man, even like a soda. I heard a lot of older people talking like this. Talking about, oh, I used to be able to buy this for a nickel or whatever. And when I was a kid, I just rolled my eyes like, okay, whatever. Now, I'm 43. A lot of gray hairs later, and I go to these stores and I see the same thing. I'm like, my goodness, you know, $1 doesn't buy anything anymore. So we can't keep on. If we do have this economic downturn, man, I mean, people are already at a bad spot right now. It's just, everything's just ridiculously expensive. I saw some article, well, something mentioned on the news, how it's cheaper to rent a house now than to buy a house, and I can definitely see that. Because by the time you get through paying for all the expenses of a household, and you factor in the fact that a lot of houses aren't even available because you have BlackRock and all these other entities coming in and buying up everything. Yeah, it's, they say you own nothing, you'll be happy. I don't know about the second part, but the first part seems to be happening. It seems to be really happening.